We've all heard stories about heroic dogs going above and beyond to protect their owners. Many people will even get a dog specifically to guard their home and protect their families. Cats are nice, but when it comes to personal safety, you can't do better than man's best friend, right? Not so fast. Cats may not be as big or as strong as dogs, but that doesn't mean they can't do their best to look out for their people. In fact, many pet owners today owe their lives to their kitties. In this video, we're going to look at some ways that our cats try to protect us, along with the stories of some super kitties who save their lucky owners from perilous situations. But before we dive in, why not subscribe to our channel and join our feline-loving community to learn more about your cat and how to care for them? Number 1. Sleeping near you. Recognize this situation? You're trying to get a good night's sleep, but your cat isn't making it easy. Maybe they're sitting on top of you and making you feel squashed. Maybe they're lying like a rock in the bed so you can't stretch your legs out. Maybe they're even lying on your pillow, so your attempts at practicing sleepy breathing now involve inhaling fishy cat breath. You might feel driven to push them off the bed and lock them out of the bedroom, but don't be too quick to kick them out. Letting your cat sleep in your bed might just save your life. In 2022, a British cat named Billy saved his owner's life after he woke her up in the middle of the night by yowling in her ear and pounding with his paws on her chest. Upon waking, his owner noticed a pain in her chest and realized she couldn't move her body. She called a relative for help and was taken to the hospital, where doctors told her she had suffered a heart attack in her sleep. The grateful cat mom said that Billy had never woken her up before that night, and that she credited him with saving her life. Cats can also protect against more external dangers. Be warned. This next story doesn't have the happiest ending. In 2023, a family in Ohio were saved from a fire that broke out in their basement after their cat Nina woke them up. The mom of the family was woken first and thought that the courageous kitty just wanted to play. When she got up, however, she noticed the smoke and alerted the rest of the family. As the couple and their 4 children rushed to safety, Nina led them out into the backyard. Tragically, although her family escaped, Nina went missing shortly afterwards. The family speculated that she might have missed seeing the eldest son leave the house and thought he was still inside. Her body was found in his bedroom, where she had gone to find him. A truly heroic kitty. Number 2. Watching over your kids. Does your cat obsess over your baby? While some cats don't seem too interested in their new family members, and may even be put off by grabby little hands or the smell of dirty diapers, others love hanging out with kids, especially ones that drop food on the floor. It can be a bad idea to leave very young kids and kitties alone together unsupervised for the fur baby and actual baby both. Small babies have sensitive skin that can be irritated by a cat's rough tongue. A cat lying on top of a baby can even disrupt their breathing. A playful toddler who wants to play with the kitty, meanwhile, may end up accidentally hurting them if they pull their tail or squeeze them too tight. But cats can also be very protective of these strange, hairless kittens. In the wild, feral cats will babysit each other's kittens so the mamas can go off and hunt or get some me time. Some house cats will take responsibility for kids in their human families in the same way. In 2014, a California kitty named Tara won the Cat Fanciers Association's first ever Cat Hero Award after she saved the life of her human family's 4-year-old son. The little boy was playing on his bike in the front yard when he was attacked by the neighbor's dog. In footage from the family's security cameras, which later went viral online, the dog can be seen grabbing hold of the child's leg in its mouth, pulling him and his bike over and then shaking him. The boy's mother, who had been watching the incident with horror, ran to intervene. But before she could get there, Tara had zoomed out of the house and slammed her whole body into the dog, forcing him to release the child. In the footage, Tara can then be seen glancing back at her fallen friend, who by this point was being tended to by his mom, and then chasing after the dog. Only when the intruder had been hounded out of her territory did Tara feel able to go back to her young owner. In a less dramatic, but just as heroic case, a Colombian cat in 2019 saved a toddler from potentially serious injury. The 1-year-old escaped from his crib and began crawling towards a steep staircase, but the family cat, Guatubela, was on the case. She jumped on the boy and blocked his way until he crawled back to the safety of the center of the room. Number 3. Acting strange. Cats are little weirdos. Every cat parent knows that. Most of the time, it's impossible to tell why they do the things they do. But if your kitty starts acting extra weird, seems distressed, and acts like they're either avoiding or, alternatively, trying to draw your attention to a specific object or place in your home, it might be time to start taking them seriously. Cats, like most animals, have super sharp senses compared to humans. These enable them to frequently pick up on things that we might miss. In 2021, Lily the cat was playing with her human friend when she became distracted by a heating valve. She'd sniffed it before, and her family had assumed she was just attracted to the shiny metal, but this time she seemed so intent that her cat mom became suspicious. She sniffed it herself and was able to just about detect the killer scent that Lily had been able to pick up from all the way across the room, a gas leak. The family called a technician, who informed them that the leak was very dangerous and cut the pipeline to their house until it was fixed. If Lily hadn't alerted them to the problem, the leak could have caused her family to become sick or even lead to an explosion. Sometimes a cat's super senses can manifest themselves in ways that are more mysterious and even inexplicable. In 2015, a British grandmother was surprised when her 24-year-old cat Tom, who was normally pretty aloof and rarely initiated cuddles, suddenly developed an irritating habit of tapping his paw against a certain spot on her neck. Worried that the change in behavior could indicate some kind of health problem, she took the cat to the vet, who gave him a clean bill of health, but suggested that the tapping may be her feline friend's way of trying to tell her something was wrong. The lady took the vet's advice and went to the human doctor. There she was told that the small lump on her neck that she'd put down to glandular problems was actually a cancerous mass. Fortunately, doctors were able to remove the mass and the patient made a full recovery, thanks largely to her loyal kitty. If you live in an area that is prone to natural disasters, such as earthquakes or tornadoes, and your cat starts acting particularly strangely, it may be worth checking the weather reports. Many cats will act anxious or stressed when bad storms are on the way. The old practice of keeping a cat aboard ships started in part because of this habit. In the days before advanced modern weather forecasting techniques, keeping an eye on the ship's cat was one way sailors could be alerted of bad storms ahead. There is anecdotal evidence to suggest that this ability may extend to earthquakes, hurricanes, and even tsunamis as well. Not much research has been done into this sixth senses that cats seem to possess, but the theory is that they can detect subtle changes in air pressure and electromagnetic fields that give them an advance warning of trouble approaching. Cats are truly fascinating creatures. If you want to learn more about them and their quirky abilities, why not check out this video on why your cat has a primordial pouch?